right where you are. Do not treat this like another video. Do not let this play in the background while your mind wanders to your worries or your to-do list. This is not a suggestion. This is a divine appointment orchestrated before the foundations of the world were laid. I've seen the tears you've wiped away with trembling hands when no one was looking. I've heard the echoes of your heart crying out in the middle of the night, that hollow, gut-wrenching sound that only the walls of your room have heard. You were about to give up. You were standing on the edge of a cliff, about to believe the poisonous lie that you are forgotten, that your life is a mistake, and that your pain is invisible. But I am here to tell you, your isolation was not a punishment. It was a sacred preparation. Your tears were not a sign of weakness. They were the holy water used to irrigate the destiny I've planted deep within you. Chosen one, listen to my voice. If you ignore this message tonight, you choose to carry that crushing weight alone for another long, exhausting season. But if you lean in, if you stay until the final seal is placed upon your spirit, those tears will be the last ones you shed in sorrow. Tonight, the ancient fountain of grief dries up forever, and the river of my authority begins to flow through your very veins. This is your moment of deliverance. This is your decree of peace. Stay, listen. Your atmosphere is shifting and the shadows are already beginning to tremble. Before I reveal the blessing coming to you, declare your presence. Type, "I am here, Lord," or 707 right now, to open the gates of heaven and show that you are ready to receive. Join this family of believers and press the like button to signal your agreement with heaven, and subscribe to this channel to ensure you never walk this path in darkness again. I promise you 3 undeniable shifts if you stay until the end of this decree. First, the physical heaviness sitting on your chest right now, that suffocating pressure that makes every breath feel like a labor it will lift. You will feel your shoulders drop away from your ears and your lungs expand with the fresh, clean air of my spirit. The physical manifestation of anxiety is being dismantled as you hear these words. I'm reaching into your anatomy to soothe the nerves that have been frayed by constant survival. Peace is not just a thought. It is a physical reality I am weaving into your very skin. Second, the mental fog that has kept you circling the same mountain of confusion will evaporate. By the time I place the final seal, the chaotic noise in your head will fall silent, and your path will be illuminated with a diamond-like clarity you haven't felt in years. You will know exactly what to do next. The voices of doubt are being muted by the frequency of my truth. Third, a peace blanket of high-frequency protection will wrap around your home. The shadows that haunt your sleep and the impending doom that grips your morning will be replaced by a fortress of my presence. You will not just hear my words. You will feel the shift in your very cells, a realignment of your biological and spiritual frequency. This is your divine immunity against the storms of the world. As you remain in this space until the end, you are being calibrated to a higher vibration where the enemy's arrows can no longer find their target. You are not just listening to a message, you are entering a sanctuary where the laws of the world no longer apply to you. Stay with me, for the transformation has already begun. I know the symptoms you've been carrying in secret, for nothing is hidden from my sight. I see the invisible marks of the battle etched upon your soul and the weariness in your eyes that no mask can hide. Have you felt that unexplained exhaustion that 10 hours of sleep cannot fix? A fatigue that feels like it's heavy in your bones. Not just your muscles. Have you felt like a stranger in your own family, like an outsider looking through a glass window, speaking a language no one around you understands? Do you find yourself crying for reasons you can't even name, a deep, ancient soul? Sorrow that feels like it belongs to 1,000 years of history? I have watched you navigate the ringing in your ears, the constant tension in your jaw, and that sudden, unexplained coldness in your heart when you think about your future. I was there when you faced betrayal after betrayal from the very people you poured your life into, leaving you wondering if you were the problem. But listen to me. Now, my precious one, These are not signs of your failure. They are the marks of the chosen. You feel like there is an invisible wall or a glass ceiling blocking every door because you were never meant to fit into the structures of man. Do you suffer from night pressure, where the moment the lights go out, your mind becomes a violent battlefield of every mistake and fear? Do you feel a sense of dread in the pit of your stomach, waiting for the other shoe to drop? I see your brain fog and your exhaustion from being the strong one for everyone else, while having no shoulder to lean on. If this message is touching the very center of your soul, it is because I'm calling you home to my peace. Press the like button right now to signal your agreement with this divine truth and subscribe to join this family of warriors. By doing so, you are telling the universe that you no longer accept the burden of the enemy, but you embrace the mantle of the chosen. The enemy does not waste his arrows on empty fields. He only attacks the gold mines. He attacks you because he is terrified of the light you carry. These symptoms are signals that your oil is being pressed, but the pressing ends tonight. In the kingdom, suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character. You have been through the fire, not to be consumed, but to be made fireproof. The night pressure and the soul sorrow were the forge, and you are the masterpiece. I am shifting the atmosphere around you even as you hear my voice. The oil of your purpose will now begin to flow, and what was meant to break you will now be the very thing that builds you. You are being prepared to handle a weight of blessing that requires this level of maturity. Trust the process, for I am with you in the thick of the fog, and I am leading you out into the clear light of day. Hear this clearly, for it is the foundation of your freedom. Your pain is a signal, not your identity. You are not the depressed one. You are not the lonely one. You are not the one who always struggles. The tears you shed are a signal that a transition is happening, not an end to your story. Like a woman in labor, the pain you feel is not a sign of death, but the violent evidence that something new, something beautiful, and something powerful is being born through you. You are a warrior of peace currently in the intense heat of the forge. The hammer is not there to break you. It is there to shape you into a weapon of light. I have watched you endure the strike after strike, thinking you were being destroyed, but I was merely knocking off the rust and the weak parts of your spirit to reveal the tempered steel beneath. We are not here to fight people. We are not here to point fingers at the people who betrayed you or the system that failed you, for they were merely instruments in a larger design. We are here to dismantle the patterns, close the ancient doors of residue, and burn the fabric of generational sorrow that has draped itself over your bloodline for too long. You are a transitional generation. You are the one my finger has pointed to in this specific hour. The darkness of your ancestors stops with your feet. The joy of your descendants begins with your voice. You are the circuit breaker. You are the one who says no more to the cycle of lack, and yes to the abundance I have prepared. If you believe I am breaking your chains right now, do not stay silent. Type, "Breakthrough is mine," in the comments to claim it, and lock this truth into your heart forever. To fight this battle, we do not use the weapons of this world. We do not use the anger of men, the manipulation of the mind, or the bitterness of the heart. We use the highest weapon, the decree of the divine. My word is not a dusty book of stories or ancient history. It is a shield of fire, a sword of light, and an unshakable fortress. Tonight, we anchor ourselves in the eternal truth. I am close to the brokenhearted, and I save those who are crushed in spirit. This is not just a nice thought to soothe your mind. It is a spiritual law that governs the cosmos. It is your shield. No weapon formed against your mind, your body, or your peace shall prosper, because the Creator of the universe is your personal God. When you speak my truths, the very molecules of your situation must realign to match the frequency of heaven. We will now move through 7 rounds of divine fire. Each round is a strategic strike designed to strip away the heavy, rusted armor you've been forced to wear by a world that did not know your worth. With every declare, you are not just saying words. You're swinging a spiritual sword that cuts through the thickest darkness and severs the ropes that have bound your hands for far too long. With every seal, you are locking a door that no demon, no person, and no circumstance can ever reopen. Prepare your spirit, for this is not a meditation or a passive listening experience. This is a ritual of restoration. If you are ready to receive this divine upgrade and stand as a warrior, join this family of light by pressing the like button and subscribing to this channel, affirming that you are putting on the full armor of my spirit today. Before we enter the fire, shift your gaze. Stop looking at your empty bank account. Stop looking at the empty chair beside you. Stop looking at the doctor's report or the pile of bills on the counter. Those are facts, but they are not the truth. Facts are subject to change, but my truth is eternal and unchanging. Look up. Look into the eyes of the one who holds the galaxies in place and yet knows the exact frequency of your heartbeat. Take a deep, intentional breath. Inhale my authority. Exhale your fear. Straighten your back. Lift your chin. You are not a beggar. You are royalty standing before the King of Kings. You are not created to crawl. You are born to soar. You are being centered in this moment, realigned with the divine purpose that was written for you before you ever drew your first breath. Shift your focus from the problem to the power. Shift your atmosphere from the valley to the mountain. Now, feel the alignment happening in your spirit as you turn your back on the shadows and face the sun of righteousness. You are being anchored. The noise of the world is fading and the rhythm of heaven is becoming your heartbeat. This vertical alignment is your starting position for victory. You cannot fight a spiritual battle from a horizontal perspective of defeat. You must fight from the high ground of my presence. Stand firm, for the fire is ready, and you are ready to walk through it and emerge as pure gold. Believe that you are being positioned for a breakthrough that will leave the world in awe. Round 1, dismantling the spirit of heaviness. I see that leaden weight sitting on your chest, my child. I see the suffocating cloak of depression that has tried to wrap itself around your mind, and the dark cloud that seems to follow you from room to room. In the name of the Most High, I command the spirit of heaviness to lift. I strip off the garment of mourning that you have worn for so long, and I put on you the mantle of praise. I declare that the joy of the Lord is your unshakable strength. Hear me now as the command echoes through the spiritual realm. Lift, lift, lift. Every heavy yoke is shattered by the fire of the anointing. Right now, I break the iron band that has constricted your heart and hindered your breath. I command the gray fog of despair to dissolve instantly into the blinding light of my presence. As you hear these words, feel the muscles in your neck and shoulders loosen. It feels as though a heavy, wet blanket is being pulled off your body. Breathe deep, for the air is getting lighter and the pressure is fading into nothingness. It is done. Sealed. Round 2, healing the fountain of secret tears. I have seen every drop that has fallen in the dark, the residue of hidden grief, the echoes of childhood trauma, and the agony of being unseen and unheard for decades. I declare that no tear you have ever shed is wasted. I have kept them all in my bottle. My fatherly hand records every drop and heals the deep, jagged fractures of your soul that you thought were permanent. You are seen, you are heard, you are valued beyond measure. I say to you, dry up, you ancient fountain of sorrow. Flow now, you river of life and restoration. I release the trauma stored in your very cells, clearing out the cellular memory of pain. I command your DNA to vibrate with the frequency of divine love and total wholeness. Feel a gentle pulsing warmth spreading through your chest right now, melting the thick ice that has encased your heart for years. Your heart is softening, becoming flesh again, and the old wounds are closing forever. It is done. Sealed. Round 3. Breaking the cage of rejection and isolation. I see the chosen one loneliness. You have endured the sting of betrayal from those you trusted, and that hollow feeling of being discarded by those you loved most. I break the lie of abandonment that has whispered to your soul. You are never alone, for the great I Am is your constant and faithful companion. I cancel every word of rejection ever spoken over your name by man or spirit, and I replace them with my words of adoption. I am accepted in the Beloved. I am the apple of my Father's eye. I command the walls of isolation to crumble into dust. I attract your divine tribe to you, those who see the light in you and will walk with you in honor. Imagine a shimmering golden light surrounding your entire body, a wall of protection that filters every word and thought. Within this light, you are safe, you are cherished, and you are home. It is done. Sealed. Round 4. Clearing mental fog and confusion. I address the decision paralysis, the memory loss, the constant spinning of thoughts, and the mental chains the enemy has tried to use to bind your intellect. I have given you the mind of the Creator. I command clarity to strike your thoughts like a bolt of lightning from the throne room. I cast down every imagination and every high thing that exalts itself against the truth of who you are. Confusion, leave. Hesitation. I see my path with supernatural precision. My mind is sharp, my memory is clear, and my focus is laser-pointed on the purpose I was created for. Feel a cooling sensation across your forehead and temples. Right now, it feels like a cool, fresh breeze blowing through a dark, smoky room. The smoke of confusion is gone, the air is clear, and you can see for miles. You know exactly what your next step is. It is done. Sealed. Round 5. Severing generational cycles of sorrow. I see the patterns of divorce, poverty, addiction, and depression that have been passed down through your bloodline like a heavy inheritance. I stand with you now to sever the umbilical cord of generational trauma. The blood of the Eternal Covenant speaks better things than the blood of your ancestors, and it speaks of freedom. I am the circuit breaker of my family. The curse stops at my feet. I am a new creation, and I establish a new legacy of wealth, health, and joy for my children and my children's children. The chain that bound your grandfather and your mother is broken off your life this very moment. Feel a profound release in your gut, the core of your being. It is a snap, a liberation of your internal organs and your spirit from an old tight grip that you've carried since birth. You are free to walk a new path that none in your family have ever walked before. It is done. Sealed. Round 6. Defeating the thief of sleep. I address the night warfare, the racing thoughts at 3 a.m., the night terrors, and the spiritual oppression that waits for the dark to attack your peace. I declare that you will lie down and sleep in peace, for I alone make you dwell in safety. I command your bedroom to be a sanctuary of holy rest and divine protection. My sleep is sweet and restorative. My dreams are visions of heaven and blueprints for my future. I am guarded by legions of angels who never slumber and never sleep. I cast all my cares on the one who carries the whole world in his hands. As these words settle into your spirit, feel your breathing become slow, rhythmic, and incredibly deep. A heavy, holy sleepiness begins to wash over your limbs like a warm tide. Your eyes are getting heavy with a peace that the world cannot give and cannot take away. It is done. Sealed. Round 7. Dismantling the wall of stagnation. Finally, I strike every invisible wall that has been blocking your promotion, your financial breakthrough, and your next step into destiny. No more circling the same mountain of not enough. I command every closed door to fly open by the power of my word. I step into my season of supernatural acceleration. What took others years will now take me days, because my favor is upon you. No more delay. I march forward with the roar of a lion, and the obstacles in my path are turning into stepping stones. My path is clear, my favor is high, and my victory is certain. Feel a sudden surge of warmth and energy in your legs and feet. It is a divine quickening, an urge to move, to act, and to step boldly into the new territory I have conquered for you. You are no longer stuck. You are in motion, and nothing can stop your progress. It is done. Sealed. Type it now with the authority I've given you. No door is open to fear. Your words are your scepter, and your declaration is your divine decree. Seal your atmosphere with this truth right now, letting the heavens record your stance and the shadows flee from your conviction. Tap the like button as your physical act of agreement. This agreement releases holy momentum and allows this shield of prayer to reach another soul who is battling in silence tonight. Subscribe to this frequency to make protection, clarity, and unshakable peace your new daily rhythm. Do not walk this path alone anymore. Join this family of believers and anchor your soul in my light. Breathe. Just breathe, my beloved. The spiritual war that has raged around your mind is over for tonight. The fire of my spirit has done its work, burning away the dross and refining the gold of your character. Can you feel the silence beginning to settle in the room? It is not an empty, hollow silence that leaves you feeling lonely. It is a full, heavy, and holy silence. It is full of my presence, thick with my love, and saturated with my protection. Notice how the space around you feels lighter now, as if the very atoms have been rearranged. The air you breathe feels cleaner and crisper, as if a great cleansing storm has just passed through your life and washed the world of all its dust and debris. Peace is not just a temporary feeling you are having in this moment. It is the new, permanent atmosphere of your life. It is a royal garment of fine linen that I am gently draping over your weary shoulders. You no longer have to shiver in the cold of isolation or fear the coming of the night. You are safe. You are protected by the host of heaven. You are hidden deep within the secret place of the Most High, under the shadow of my wings, where no harm can reach you. Rest now in this stillness. Let your heart rate slow to the rhythm of my grace. You are held, you are cherished, and you are finally at peace. Now, chosen one, watch the reversal. What was meant to drain your life will now become the fuel for your fire. The tears you shed in secret have become the holy seeds for a harvest of public joy. Where there was rejection, there will now be a divine favor that people cannot explain. They will help you and they won't even know why. I am touching the hearts of kings and strangers alike on your behalf, compelling them to make room for your gifts. Where there was confusion, there will be an intuitive knowing that guides your every footstep. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten, the time you thought was lost to grief, the energy you thought was wasted on the unworthy. I am promoting you in the very place where you were once mocked. Those who saw your struggle will now witness your rise, not for your pride, but for my glory. Your chosen status is moving from the hidden wilderness to the visible palace. Get ready, for the shift is not coming. The shift is already here. You have passed the discouragement test, and now the gates of your destiny are swinging wide. No power on earth can stop what I have set in motion. You are no longer a victim of your past, your mistakes, or the circumstances that tried to bury you. Hear my voice. You are being upgraded in this very moment to a warrior of peace. You carry an authority within your spirit that makes the kingdom of darkness tremble and the shadows retreat. From this day forward, when you walk into a room, the atmosphere must bow and realign, because the Spirit of the living God walks within you. You carry a frequency that disrupts chaos and establishes order. You are not just surviving, you are reigning over the trials that once kept you awake at night. The armor you wear is not of iron, but of light, and it is impenetrable to the arrows of the enemy. You have been refined in the secret place, and now you are ready to stand in the light. You speak differently now, no longer from a place of if or maybe, but from a position of it is, and it shall be. Your words are no longer empty echoes of your fears. They are decrees backed by the throne of the universe. You move with the quiet unshakable confidence of one who has already read the final page of the story and knows that victory is the only conclusion. You are the one I've called to stop the storm, not just hide from it. You are the one who will wipe the tears from the faces of others, because your own eyes have been dried by the King of Kings. Walk covered in my favor. Walk bold in your calling. Walk as the royalty you are, for you have been crowned with my glory and seated in high places. This is your true identity. To keep this victory and guard this peace, you must walk in wisdom starting tomorrow morning. Guard your input with holy vigilance, for your spirit is now a vessel of pure light. For the next 7 days, be extremely careful about what you listen to, what you watch, and especially who you talk to. Your peace is like wet cement. It needs time to set undisturbed before it becomes an unshakable foundation for your future. If a conversation begins to drain you, or a screen fills your mind with the world's dread, turn away. Protect the silence I have given you tonight. Treat your body as the sacred temple it is. Drink clean water, eat life-giving food, and allow yourself to go to bed early. Let the physical healing I'm performing tonight settle deep into your nervous system. You cannot run a divine race on an exhausted vessel, and rest is not a luxury. It is a holy act of trust. Establish boundaries, for they are the walls of your sanctuary. It is a holy act to say no to people and situations that seek to drain your oil for their own convenience. Your peace is not for sale, and you are not required to be the source for those who refuse to seek me themselves. Use forgiveness as your secret weapon of liberation. Release the debt of those who hurt you, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free from the invisible chain that connects your destiny to their past. Finally, commit to the 5-minute decree. Every morning, before you touch your phone or let the world's noise rush in, spend 5 minutes speaking my word over your life. Command your morning before the world commands you. Tell the day who you are and whose you are, and watch how the atmosphere of your life bows to the authority of your voice. This decree is now locked into the fabric of time and space. The heavens have heard my voice, and the earth must now obey. Every word spoken tonight has been recorded in the halls of eternity, and the spiritual signature of the Most High is now upon your life. You are no longer under the old law of struggle, lack, and isolation. You are now under the new law of grace, restoration, and divine protection. It is finished. The enemy can no longer claim ownership over your peace or your purpose, for you have been bought with a price and shielded by my presence. From this moment on, you walk under an open heaven where my favor flows without obstruction. Provide the final seal of agreement to manifest this victory in the physical realm right now. Type, "It is done. My future is guarded," in the comments below to confirm your victory and anchor this spiritual truth into your material world. This is your final act of faith in this encounter. Subscribe to this channel once more. This is not just a button, but a commitment to stay aligned with this new frequency. What I have started in you tonight, I will continue to build, expand, and perfect. Walk in your new authority with your head held high. You are the chosen one, and you will never cry alone again. My peace is your inheritance, and my love is your eternal fortress. Do not let the fire I have ignited within your soul tonight go out. This moment is only the beginning of your restoration, and there is a much deeper layer of your destiny, your healing, and your supernatural wealth waiting to be unlocked at this very moment. You have touched the hem of my garment, but I have so much more to reveal to you. Do not leave this holy presence or return to the noise of the world just yet. Click the video appearing on your screen right now to lock in this victory and step fully into your promised season of abundance. I am leading you from glory to glory, and the next revelation is prepared specifically for your next step. Go now, my beloved. Walk in my light, carry my peace, and know that I am with you always, even until the end of the age.